a mini Shark Tank event that was coordinated. The event programs were running from the last 60 days in various schools all across the country. So there were about 8 shortlisted schools. We had the presentation this morning, and the awardees have won the mini Shark Tank, so I congratulate all of them. With the schools, we look forward to have a strong relationship with Guru Nanak University. I was just discussing with the president and vice president of NISA as well, that it is a step forward from Guru Nanak University towards bridging the gap between the schools and the professional colleges, professional university that we have. So with this, I welcome you all once again. I wholeheartedly thank you all for sparing time and being with us and making this show a very grand success. I declare the GNU Summit open now, and we have a long list of stalwart speakers who are there with us today. So I'm also looking forward.
Campus. We also have one Guru Nanak Institute of Technology, another autonomous institution, and we have our dental college and a homeopathic college. Apart from this, we are looking to start a medical college also in coming 2 years. We have a hospital, and Mr. Kohli is deep into the real estate business. So these are our ventures. When we look at the university programs, you see these are the programs under the university. Apart from these programs, we have many other programs which in our colleges are running. In the university we have computer science engineering, information technology, biotechnology, we have emerging technologies, artificial intelligence, we have agriculture program, horticulture program, we have allied health sciences program, right from the cardiovascular technology kind of programs we have. Similarly, we have MBA, MCA, BBA, BCA, this kind of program. We are starting with the nursing also from the coming session. We have law at the campus. So many programs, you can see the plethora of the programs. And this is the main thing which I want to today discuss about. When we start the university, we were looking at bringing in the whole world experience. So you can see here that we, in the second year only, we have signed a good number of agreements with the corporates. We are in agreement with IBM and SAP. We are running programs in collaboration with them. There are partners, knowledge partners as well as their faculties are teaching our students. So it's a joint degree program kind of arrangement. We have also sourced one program with IntelliPath, which is a Bangalore-based largest training company and placement company. We are running one program with them also in artificial intelligence. We also have signed agreement with top R&D institutions in the country. In Hyderabad, we have IICT. IICT is a very well-known and renowned laboratory which is guiding up to the 24 collaborations with the foreign universities. And for faculty exchange, student exchange, our students have visited around 11 times America, Australia in groups to 3 to 4 universities at a time. And when I started this program, then at Hyderabad airport, one family met me, oh, this program is available in Hyderabad also, that your students can get a US visa and they can visit 2 to 3 universities and attend a workshop over there. We have done more than 7 workshops. American universities professors have come here to teach at our campus. We hosted them in one of the hotels here, and then they used to travel daily to give instruction to our students and teach there in our campus. This is type of the collaboration we have done. Hyderabad is really a central place, and this is possible because of the connectivity also. Similarly, our students have visited Malaysia, Singapore, Australia, Melbourne, Sydney. I have taken tours, my other faculty colleagues have taken the tours to visit the various universities with the schools and inter colleges. It's very interesting topic. I'll explain you. I just give you some glimpses of our initiatives which we have done. After that, I will explain you what our engagement with the schools. Visits to the university. We create excitement of higher education among the students who are in inter-college or in 10+2 schools. So we welcome all the leading schools to visit our campus. Recently the DPS, the Madam Sandhya is, she's here, the principal is here. So her students, around 600 students visited my campus, and we give them various lectures and give them guidance. Similarly, we showed them our labs. This created a lot of excitement in the students about the higher education and various programs. They explored the programs there. It was one full day program, and we extend our best of the hospitality to the students, and our teachers come forward to give them the lectures. A very small lecture, but interesting ones. So far we have hosted more than 24 schools, leading schools, this year only in the university, inviting their students to visit us. Right? Then the second level, even the Chirek school is representing today. There one student is doing internship with me. We are open to give more than 100 scientists. They will work with our scientists. We are guiding more than 100 PhDs at our campus. So these students can work with those teachers. The special students, we are ready to give them up to 30% scholarship. We have given free ships also in last 1 year. But this is a CSR responsibility where the schools coming forward will register with us. The students will be welcome for their visits. We'll offer them the internship. We make them work in our campus, as well as the top 5 students, if they like to come to us, we will give them the scholarship. The 30% for 4 years means it's 120%. 30 to 4. That is more than 1 year fees which we waive for them. I think this slide is running. I have pressed the button here. Can you help?
The only 2 skills which will remain relevant in the coming times with GenAI maturing more will be people who handle emotions and people who handle innovations. How are we going to prepare our students to handle both sides of this? It's going to be very interesting. Fine. Now, there are multiple stakeholders involved here. We have the school administrators, we have the principals of the school, we have the teachers, and we have the parents. I am not even considering students at this point of time. I'll come back to it later. So, every school has to invest in an enterprise version of a generative AI, a ChatGPT, you take it out of mind. Any generative AI platform, enterprise version, has to be invested in. Unfortunately, the students are much smarter in generative AI than the teachers. Teachers' change management is going to be a humongous exercise. They cannot keep pace with the kind of intuitive understanding students have on Gen AI and how to outwit the system faster. So what are we going to do as an ecosystem for students to be effectively picking up creative skills and also emotion handling skills is going to be the issue. Now, I've seen in some of the schools in Bangalore, they formed a students committee and they create rules of engagement of generative AI. Teachers cannot create it. Principal can never create it. It has to be done by students to draw the boundaries of what needs to be done. They find the code of conduct and they stick to the code of conduct. Now, this is going to be a paradigm shift in the way our traditional pedagogy used to work. I hate the word pedagogy, but yeah, andragogy is better as the mature leader. But coming back to the topic, so how do we ensure that the students draw the line and stick to that line, and all the 4 stakeholders monitor it carefully? Now, the challenge in front of all of us is, how do we harvest the technology correctly to make the students more questioning and understanding issues, which will pave way to entrepreneurship or service or joining government jobs, whatever it is. How do we prepare them to be a good citizen who manage, who know how to question the right things, who knows how to use generative AI as a bouncing board rather than an answer provider? That's going to be the key challenge we will face. Some schools already have started investing in that a school in in NSW, which is in New South Wales, in Australia, they have created an enterprise version which will not give you the answers, but it will ask you questions again for you to think. I think there is an opportunity for some of our investors here to look at enterprise version of generative AI tools, which will be student friendly, which will make them the same technology they approach, how do we use that to nurture the creativity in the students? And also, beyond the more and more you work only with technology, your ability to handle emotions is also becoming difficult with the fellow students as well as the future. So that's a separate topic to discuss. How do we manage how do we make the people EQ smarter other than the IQ smarter, which is also important. So the moral of the story, GenAI is here to disrupt. And lo and behold, students are masters in it, not the masters.
The mind is not a vessel that needs filling. It's wood that needs igniting. And I think on that note, we begin. And my first question would be to ask you that our session that is titled Making Schools Future Ready. What kind of future are we exactly looking into? And I request all our panelists, whatever is suitable, whichever question you would like to answer, please do answer, comment, observe. It's a free-flowing session. Let's all be organic and natural. Do not think about whether I'm going to ask you the question or not. Thank you. Sir, would you like to go first?
Education is what prepares a generation for future. Education is not that designs on what is present, but what is that the kids of today are going to see tomorrow. So you cannot prepare children for the future based on what you know today. That is the reason educators should be visionaries. They must be able to envision what would be the world the present day child is going to live. So with the invent of artificial intelligence and all the emerging technologies, even those who are creating these technologies are not very sure what the world is going to be tomorrow. And in such a situation that we are all at the crossroads now, very honestly speaking, nobody has a clue that what would be the world like. There are a lot of predictions. Somebody says that some jobs will not be there. Somebody says that everything will be automation. Somebody says that there will be two cults only. One cult is creators, the other cult is consumers. So taking all this into account, one thing is very sure. It's not that academic readiness or job readiness. It is life readiness and it is readiness for being a complete human being. That should be the future readiness of education as far as my understanding goes. Thank you.
I would completely agree with sir. Yes, absolutely true. With the evolving world, we have a lot of uncertainties out there. We do not want a static answer for this, but rather we want a dynamic individual who would, a student, see a simple example, a student who is joining first grade now will graduate 10 years later. So we don't know what 10 years is going to look like. But at the same time, there are a few factors that a student can develop over 10 years that are going to be everlasting. Like for example, sir, we're talking about curiosity, we're talking about individuality, we're talking about honesty, and a lot of EQ factors I think are something that we probably have to be asking ourselves rather than something that's more static and centered towards some profession or a career in a direction, but rather something that's more individualistic and more dynamic in nature, so that we have to try to shape kids in a way wherein they change as per the scenario. Well, that's something that's more important, and they have to build those skills, and that's, I think, this is one of the most important things.
Yes, I think I second both the answers the audience have just heard. There's a belief that I have held very close to my heart. I think humans need the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Even today, I think this is a very, very important skill that all of us need to have to survive in this world. But it's going to become even more important going forward because we don't know what we are walking into. By 2020, we were told that we are not going to have cars, we're going to have flying cars. But the reality is very different. So we might be very bullish about what the world is going to look like, or we might be very conservative, but regardless of how the world ends up being a few years later, I think the ability to adapt, the ability to be, resilient is going to be very, very important. And I think that's my take on what we need to be able to do to survive whatever is coming next. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good afternoon to all of you. For me, a future-ready school is a school which will nurture students to adapt to the change. When I say future, I am not foreseeing the jobs or the trends. I am foreseeing an individual who is able to adapt to the situation and then emerge and thrive. For that, there are some skills which we feel that they are necessary, but they are going to be the skills which will help the people to survive, like problem solving, critical thinking, and ability to adapt to the situation, and then ability to think, and then that is what we are striving to do. And like in our school, when a 17-year-old can put up an idea, and appeal to people, that is what is the future, I feel. So going forward, we look at students not just to be exam-centric, not just to be result-oriented, but to have knowledge, and knowledge which will help them thrive in any situation. So that is what a future-ready school is, and these are some of the skills that every school should, have in their students, with the help of the practices that are being followed in the school, so that children are able to adapt to the changes that we can't even imagine, which are going to be in the future. Thank you.
Great, very important.
Yes, okay? Come closer, come close. Yes, okay? Yes, please. Sorry, sir, look here. Yes, sir, look at everybody. Now look this camera. Okay. On mic. On mic. 1 minute.
Namaskar, Andarki. Today we have hosted the GNU NextGen Summit from Guru Nanak University. Basically, it is the competition among schools that we have done from all over the country. We visited about more than 500 schools where competitions were done on Stockathon and mini Shark Tanks. So this is to encourage the students to look at entrepreneurship as well and be focused on to becoming an entrepreneur. This is to inculcate entrepreneurship amongst all the students of the various schools. So we have participation from a lot of schools all across the country. We have from Calcutta, Shimla, Jammu Kashmir. We have a student from Chandigarh as well. So this was a very active competition, and Guru Nanak University has hosted this. This was the program for today. In the Shark Tanks, we had about 500 teams from various schools that participated. But in the shortlisting, we had 8 teams that came in here from all across the country, and out of which 2 were the winners. So a lot of investors, angel investors, have also come for this event, and I'm sure the 2 projects that have been approved by the Sharks, so they'll be getting a lot of funding as well. So this is just to promote entrepreneurship among students and to encourage the youth to look at setting up their own businesses. It is very, very good. In fact, a lot of schools have come forward, and a lot of principals are here of about 200 plus schools as well. So we are having a very active interaction with the principals as well, as to see how what is required in the youth education and how we can encourage the children today to look at becoming future entrepreneurs and future leaders. We have a very active panel today that you see from a lot of schools. So I'm sure the event is going on now. So I'm sure the very best will come out from the panel discussion.
नमस्कार एंड गुड आफ्टरनून. ये जो हमारा नेक्स्ट जेन GNU नेक्स्ट जेन प्रोग्राम आज का है, इसके दौरान हमने क्या किया है कि 500 टीम्स ऑल ओवर इंडिया से बुलाई थी ऑनलाइन, जिनमें कंपटीशन हुआ है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप जो स्टार्टअप्स करने का. ये स्कूल्स की टीम है, इंटर कॉलेजेस की स्कूल टीम है जो 12th क्लास में बच्चे पढ़ते रहे हैं. तो ये टीम्स का कंपटीशन हुआ है. और एक और इवेंट हमने किया था पैरेलली, वो 2 महीने से चल रहा था. वो था कि हमने स्टॉक मार्केट को, इन्वेस्टमेंट मार्केट को सिमुलेट किया कंप्यूटर पे. तो बच्चों ने इन्वेस्टमेंट्स की थी एक वर्चुअल मनी से, उसके विनर्स भी आज आए थे. तो वो एक नया कंसेप्ट है जो वी आर पायनियर्स इन दिस. हमने स्कूल लेवल पे एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का कंपटीशन करवाया है, इतने लार्ज स्केल पे, कंट्री लेवल पे. और जो स्टॉकेथॉन जो है वो भी हमने बच्चों को स्टॉक मार्केट के बारे में कंपटीशन करवाया है. पहले एजुकेट किया है, बाद में कंपटीशन करवाया है. ये वाला हमारा ग्रैंड फिनाले है जो आज विवंता में हमने किया है. इसके साथ साथ हमने कुछ प्रोग्राम्स अपने रोल आउट किए हैं, जिसमें जो स्कूल हैं हमारे लीडिंग स्कूल्स हैं.
Guru Nanak University GNU Next ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఈ సంవత్సరం స్టార్ట్ చేసింది. గురు నానక్ యూనివర్సిటీ తీసుకున్న ఇనిషియేటివ్లో ఆల్ ఇండియా బేసిస్లో 500 స్కూల్స్ అండ్ కాలేజెస్ పార్టిసిపేట్ చేశాయి. ఇది పోయిన 2 నెలలకెళ్ళి కార్యక్రమం జరిగింది. దాంట్లో ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ ఫైనల్ జరిగింది. దాంట్లో సుమారు 200 స్కూళ్ళు పార్టిసిపేట్ చేశారు. దాంట్లో స్టాకథాన్ అండ్ మినీ స్టాక్ ట్యాంక్ అని పిల్లలకి ఒక స్టార్టప్ లాగా వివరంగా వాళ్ళకు కాంపిటీషన్ పెట్టేసిన తర్వాత అది ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ ముగింపు జరిగింది. ఫైనల్ కూడా అయిపోయింది. దాంట్లో వాళ్ళకు అవార్డ్స్ కూడా ఇచ్చాము. గురు నానక్ యూనివర్సిటీ హైదరాబాద్ ఇబ్రాహీంపట్నంలో ఉన్న కాలేజ్కి ఒక కొత్త ఇనిషియేటివ్ తీసుకున్నాము. మా కాలేజ్ పోయిన 25 సంవత్సరాలు ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఫీల్డ్లో ఉంది. గురు నానక్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ టెక్నికల్ క్యాంపస్, గురు నానక్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ టెక్నాలజీ అని మన ఆ బేస్ మీద మన గురు నానక్ యూనివర్సిటీ వచ్చింది. పోయిన సంవత్సరం మనం IBM ఇంకా SAP అని కోర్సెస్ కూడా టైఅప్ చేశాము. ఇది ఒక చాలా మంచి నిర్ణయం తీసుకొని గురు నానక్ యూనివర్సిటీ ఒక ఇనిషియేటివ్ తీసుకొని ఆల్ ఇండియా బేసిస్లో తనకు ప్రెజెన్స్ తీసుకోవాలని ఒక ఉత్సాహంతోనే ఈ కార్యక్రమం చేయబడింది. థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి. ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే చిన్నపిల్లలకి మనం ఉన్న 10+2 పిల్లలు ఎవరు ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళకు ఒక స్టార్టప్ గురించి కానీ ఉన్న AI గురించి కానీ అక్కడ దాకా చేరుకోవాలని వాళ్ళకు ఉన్న ఉత్సాహం, వాళ్ళకున్న ఐడియాస్ని క్యాపిటలైజ్ చేసి వాళ్ళని ఒక లెవెల్లో తీసుకురావాలనే కోరికతోనే, ఎందుకంటే మనకున్న ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సపోర్ట్తోని SAP ఇంకా IBMతో మనం చేసుకున్న దాంతో వాళ్ళకు ఒక లెవెల్లో తీసుకురావాలని ఒక ఉత్సాహంతోనే మనం ఈ కార్యక్రమం చేస్తున్నాం. మేడం అది జ్యూరీ డిసైడ్ చేసింది. దాంట్లో కొంచెం క్యాష్ అవార్డు ఉంది. సో దట్ వాళ్ళు మన స్టార్ట్అప్ చేసుకోవడానికి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. మినీ షార్క్ ట్యాంక్లో మనం చేసిన ఉత్సాహంతో వాళ్ళు కూడా ఒక ప్రపోజల్ పెట్టారు. దాంతో ఫర్దర్గా వాళ్ళకు ఒక అవకాశం వచ్చే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది.
పోటీ ప్రపంచంలో పోటీ ప్రపంచంలో విద్యార్థులను ఏ విధంగా తీర్చిదిద్దుతున్నారు?
AI ప్రపంచంలో ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా అడ్వాన్స్ జరుగుతుందో గురు నానక్ యూనివర్సిటీలో చాలా సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ అవన్నీ క్లాసెస్ ప్లస్ మాడ్యూల్స్ మేము తీసుకుంటున్నాము. దాంట్లో ఏమవుతుందంటే ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్గా తీసుకుంటే SAP అండ్ IBM ఒక ఇనిషియేటివ్తోనే మనం ఒక బేస్గా తీసుకొని AIలో ఉన్న వరల్డ్కి కాంపిటీషన్గా పిల్లలని సరిదిద్దుకోవాలని వాళ్ళని మనం ప్రిపేర్ చేయాలని ఒక ఆలోచనతో చేస్తున్నామండి.
ఎక్కడెక్కడ నుంచి వచ్చారు
విద్యార్థులు? సుమారు మనం పార్టిసిపేషన్ తీసుకుంటే 500 స్కూళ్ళలో పార్టిసిపేట్ చేశారు. దాంట్లో ఈరోజు సుమారు 200 స్కూళ్ళు మొత్తం పాన్ ఇండియాతో పిల్లలు వచ్చారు, పార్టిసిపేట్ చేశారు.